The NBA holds players with indescribable talents. This league holds players with pure dedication. Players in this association work for hours and hours to perfect their game. You need natural-born talent to make it. You need to be a competitive psychopath, and you must be willing to put in the grind. These players that I'm about to show you were the ones willing to do this. They played for hours in the gym. They hated to lose, and they would never give up. The first player that I'm going to show you is a prime example of this. His name is Russell Westbrook. Since being drafted in 2008, Westbrook has brought athleticism that we have never seen from a guard. He is an example of someone who is committed to the game of basketball. He has introduced a new breed of guards that has never been seen before in basketball. And the thing that I like about Westbrook the most is that he is loyal. According to Sports Illustrated, while Russell Westbrook was playing dominoes, he received a text from Kevin Durant that he decided to join the Warriors. For Westbrook, instead of backing down from a situation, he wanted to be a leader. He was going to do his best to lead this Thunder team to victory. So just a month later, Westbrook signed an extension with the Thunder, telling everyone that he was devoted to this Thunder franchise. And you know what that rewarded him? A Most Valuable Player award. In this 2016 to 2017 basketball season, Westbrook has demonstrated his speed, athleticism, and pure heart. In a game against the Phoenix Suns, Westbrook dropped 51 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists, making it the first 50-point triple-double since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in 1975. And just 2 days later, he recorded 33 points, 12 rebounds, and 16 assists. Amazing numbers. Against the Denver Nuggets, Westbrook had 50 points, including a 36-foot game-winning buzzer beater.
To allow this 2.9 seconds, which is plenty of time for a catch and shoot, or maybe even a quick bounce and pull-up shot.
Westbrook, Oladipo, Singler to inbound. Grant and Adams on the floor for the Thunder. Thunder is out of timeouts. Adams gives it back to Russ. Deep shot. Get it! What a perfect ending to a historic day! Westbrook gives the Thunder the victory at the buzzer!
Also eliminating the Nuggets from any playoff contention. At that point, I don't know how you could possibly argue that Westbrook could not win MVP. And yes, Westbrook won MVP. Well deserved for an amazing player. It is most likely that Westbrook will put up amazing numbers next year as well. With the addition of Paul George, obviously his numbers will go down a little bit. But if the chemistry for the Thunder works well, they could make it pretty far in the playoffs. Next up is a player that you obviously expected to be on this list. His name is Stephen Curry, a two-time MVP. Stephen Curry is one of the greatest shooters to ever live, as well as being a great dribbler and passer. He makes shooting look easy, and it has certainly not been an easy journey. He went from being little scouted and scrawny to being one of the most lethal shooters of all time. Curry also had to completely revamp his shooting form. He had to go through all the struggle to make sure his release was higher and it wouldn't be able to be blocked by opponents. Surprisingly, it worked. He became an amazing shooter in college. He led Davidson to an amazing college run. This led to him being drafted 7th overall in the 2009 draft. In his first couple of seasons, he struggled with ankle problems, but he overcame that. He ignored the criticism and blossomed into one of the greatest shooters this game has ever seen. Became one of the best guards in the league and became a two-time NBA champion. But the thing is, he's only 29. He still has at least 8 years in his NBA career. And with the Justice League, aka Warriors team, it looks like Stephen Curry will keep on winning rings. Which leads us to the next player on our list, Kawhi Leonard. Probably my favorite non-Sixer player in the NBA, Kawhi Leonard is a monster, a defensive beast, a great mid-range shooter, and an athletic finisher. Kawhi Leonard has matured and grown as an NBA player. You may not remember this, but in 2013, Kawhi Leonard was at the free throw line. May I mention that this was in the NBA Finals. Leonard missed a free throw which led to a Ray Allen 3. Since then, he has improved his free throw percentage to 88. A prime example that if he has a flaw, he will be willing to fix it. In another game against the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kawhi Leonard recorded 41 points in a 118-115 win. Kawhi is just a great overall player, and he definitely has a chance to win an MVP award. He just needs to continue putting in the same amount of work and lead San Antonio to an already used to playoff appearance. He's definitely an amazing player to build around. This leads me to my next player, which is Kevin Durant. Without thinking about his decision, we just need to realize what an amazing player Kevin Durant is. An outstanding scorer, great defender, and athletic finisher. Even though we all hate KD, we need to realize what an amazing finals he had. In the finals, he put up 35.2 points per game, 8.2 rebounds per game, and 5.4 assists per game. Incredible stats from a player that just dominates the league, including a clutch jumper over LeBron James that gave the Warriors the finals victory. In Game 3, KD brought up the ball, set up, and nailed a three-point bomb to give the Warriors the lead. The Warriors held on to this lead and ended up winning Game 3.
Incredible opportunity.
Durant for three. It's good. Kevin Durant from downtown, and Golden State takes the lead.
And they should get a 2-for-1 here.
If that doesn't show his heart, his competitive spirit, and flat out raw talent, then I don't know what does. And finally, number 1. For 14 years, this man has changed the landscape of the NBA. He has dominated with his strength, monster athletic ability, and the mind of a competitive monster. This man comes as no surprise to you. His name is LeBron Raymond James. At the age of 32, LeBron still has yet to have left his prime, putting up amazing numbers that have no signs of stopping. When it's a one-on-one fast break, the best tactic you can use to guard LeBron James is to get out of the way.
Second. Here's LeBron James. He's got Korver on the wing and taking it inside. Look out! LeBron gives Cleveland the lead.
You could see Monte Ellis not even wanting to contest it because he didn't want to end up in LeBron's latest poster. As you all know, last year LeBron faced the Warriors, who had a regular season record of 73-9. LeBron James was down 3-1 in this series and was a leader and led the Cavs to winning 3 straight games. In the finals, LeBron put up 29.7 points per game, 11.3 rebounds per game, and 8.9 assists per game. And then in this year's finals against the Warriors, who had 4 All-Stars, LeBron averaged a triple-double, the first to ever do so in the finals. He put up 33.6 points per game, 12 rebounds per game, and 10 assists per game. 2 words, not human. An unbelievable performance at the age of 32 against a super team. Sadly, LeBron's years are coming to an end. He will only get older, but it's safe to say that he will be averaging amazing numbers for probably the next 3 years. We've gotten so used to LeBron's greatness in the regular season that we don't even think of him as an MVP candidate. Then we as sports fans look back a few years later and say, why didn't LeBron win MVP? But anyways guys, that ends the video. If you've made it to the end, you are awesome. All I'm asking for you to do is hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already for more NBA content. Also, what's your top 5 NBA players? Comment down below. I will definitely reply. Also, I know you guys may not like the change from Sixers content to NBA content. I can see that obviously because my views have gone down. But it's better to open up to more viewers so I can gain more subscribers and we can grow together as a channel. So I will use this as motivation. This is the longest video that I've made on the channel. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys, and remember to trust the process.